where we're actually following through on our campaign commitment to increase mountain pine beetle funding by $5 million a year, something that we campaigned on. The current level is about $25 million. We're increasing that to $30 million, and that's to protect the $11 billion worth of forests that we have here in the province of Alberta. The mountain pine beetle has devastating effects to our forests, and we're doing everything we can to help mitigate that. And this $30 million, a lot of it is to the monitoring of it, and also the cutting of the forest in front of where the beetles actually are, and immediately affected trees to cut them right away.
The Government of Alberta commitment to fighting the mountain pine beetle benefits Alberta's forestry industry, but it also benefits all Albertans, and I would argue all Canadians. In British Columbia, 2/3 of their pine forest is dead. The economic impact in British Columbia is in excess of $40 billion damage to their economy. And that kind of challenge is coming here if we don't pay attention to the pine beetle and continue to fight it. But it is because of this national dimension that we continue to call on the federal government to step up the same way that the Government of Alberta has stepped up.
When the beetles try and fly and attack other trees, they have to be fairly synchronous when they fly so that they can mass attack trees. And from the data that we've looked at so far, there was a really long extended flight time this year, which doesn't bode well for their populations. But that doesn't mean that we're going to see whole-scale declines in the population. We really still have to stay on top of them, because if you relax for 1 year, they can really get a toehold again. So we need to take advantage of any of the help that we received last winter and this summer. Throughout the history of our infestation in Alberta, we've had to deal with impacts to communities like Grand Prairie, Peace River, other communities that have been in the heart of the infested area, because we will see mountain pine beetle infested trees, in people's backyards or in front yards, boulevards, park areas, things like that. So it would be a great idea for folks to become familiar with what it looks like when a tree is attacked by mountain pine beetle, so they can be aware and let somebody know.